Technology has been continually changing for many years. Austin, 2010, writes that hornbooks were used in colonial times to help students learn to read and write. Lessons were tacked onto a piece of wood that resembled a paddle and were covered by transparent horn. Lessons usually consisted of vowel sounds, vowel combinations, and the alphabet. The lessons were usually handwritten and attached to the hornbook. The transparent horn was used to protect the lessons so they could be reused. Eli, 2008, writes that advocates of early technology called it audiovisual education. This term was used to describe the tools that were used to enhance reading in the curriculum. These tools included films, film strips, recording, and other types of media technologies. Later, television brought us educational programming, and most of the programming was geared towards helping young children learn how to read by associating pictures with sounds and words. Computers were used in schools as early as the 1960s, but didn't become common for educational use until the late 1980s and early 1990s. The overhead projector is a type of technology that has evolved tremendously. Zafra, 2009, writes that the first overhead projectors were used to do police work, and they consisted of the projector and a roll of cellophane. The United States used overhead projectors for training purposes at the end of World War II. It was in the late 1950s and early 1960s that overhead projectors started being used in schools. Overhead projectors continued to be a necessary tool for teaching and learning in the 1980s and 1990s. Projectors today can be displayed by using a computer, and most of them are interactive. The LCD projectors and smart boards that can be found in classrooms today are examples of just how much overhead projectors have evolved. Teachers can find many ways to use the SmartBoard interactive whiteboard to enhance reading skills at smarttech.com. There are many lessons for the SmartBoard available and ready to use at smarttech.com's Smart Exchange. There are many books available online, and this is a new, fun way for students to be read to. There are also book trailers available at scholastic.com that can pique students' interest on many popular books. Klopfer, Osterweil, Groff, and Haas, 2009, write that today many students are spending a majority of their time engaged in the use of popular technologies like iPods, Facebook, and countless games. These technologies have much potential when used to reinforce skills learned in the classroom. Students are more likely to do school-related work during their leisure time if it involves these technologies. Many schools are reluctant to use these types of social networking technologies for learning purposes, but it is through these networks that students gain a sense of identity, and this can offer many educational opportunities. Cater, 2007, writes that there are so many digital tools that can enhance the curriculum. One of these tools is a class blog. Students can post ideas onto a blog and discuss these ideas with other students. Students can post content from their reading journals and receive feedback as well as questions. Students can also use podcasting to record discussions. These podcasts can be saved as MP3 files, which allows students to transport discussions to an iPod. This allows for students to evaluate themselves on a deeper level. Book trailers can be created by downloading PhotoStory 3 for Windows. Teachers can create book trailers to pique students' interest in a book, and they can also have students create their own book trailers as a New Age book report using technology. This program allows you to add narration, music, text, and transitions to the pictures. This program is very easy to use. Technology has come a very long way since hornbooks and film strips. It is extremely necessary for educators to keep up with these technologies and implement them into their curriculum to promote motivation and student learning.